all local, all morning in York County. We are Pennsylvania's Fox News.
All right, so we've seen a lot of media coverage lately talking about spray tans because, of course, so many people avoiding the sun to protect your skin and protect your health. But now a lot of people have been raising concern over the actual spray tans and self-tanners. So we're actually getting the true answers, the real answers from Dr. Holly Gunn from Lancaster Skin Center. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So as soon as I heard this study that came out that said spray tanners can cause DNA damage, can lead to cancer, all sorts of things, I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Because it sounded horrible. But what's your take on this study?
Well, there's a lot of misguided information out there right now about self-tanners, and they're just not true. There's a large level of evidence that self-tanners are safe. So there are a few basic science studies that are saying if used in high amounts for long periods of time, it could potentially cause DNA damage that could potentially cause cancer. There are no studies that actually show a causal relationship between the use of dihydroxyacetone, which is the active ingredients in self-tanners, and cancer developing.
So nothing really significant that you think people should be concerned about?
No, again, the level of evidence of it being on the safer side is much higher than the few studies that show a little bit of concern.
Is there any safety difference between spray tans and lotions that you use out of the bottle?
So the biggest concern is the lotions that you use out of the bottle, they're going onto your skin very little actually past your stratum corneum, which is the very top surface of your skin, so you're absorbing very little. The concern comes with the spray tans if you are inhaling a lot of it. So if you work in that environment when it's in the air a lot, it probably is a good idea to wear a mask, and that's just to be extremely cautious. If you're going in and having spray tans on a monthly or even weekly basis, there's very little to be concerned about.
And talking about DHA, which is the chemical that causes your skin to change that color, you were telling me before that's basically a sugar, right?
It is. It comes from beet sugar or sugar cane. It was extracted from that, and it was originally used in the 1950s as a sugar substitute, but they noticed people eating this, when it dripped on their skin, it turned brown, and they had a brown discoloration to the skin, and that's what gave them the idea to start using it as a self-tanner.
And very quickly, I do want to talk about pregnant women, children. We were even saying kids who are in pageants and things like that. There are kids who do use spray tans. Do they need to be just extra cautious about that?
Well, I think as far as children go, it would be great if they could embrace their natural skin tone. That way they won't have the sun damage that our generation has, because we were a lot less careful in the sun. So if they protect themselves, they're going to have a lot healthier skin, and they're not going to need these cosmetic cover-ups that we use.
And it encourages self-confidence,
exactly,
too, to like who you are.
Exactly. Now, as far as pregnant women go, I think most physicians and mothers would agree if it's not absolutely necessary, why use it while you're pregnant? And I think the same thing goes for dihydroxyacetone.
All right, doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. We'll have all these tips on our website as well, fox43.com. More to come right here on Fox 43.